So it's been a couple of weeks since we did all that big planting, and we have managed to lose a few of the little plants. We were away for a little bit to be able to work in Milan, in the city, and now that we've come back, there was a couple of days of heavy rains, but other than that it's been quite dry, and I think some of them have just got a bit scorched. And so yeah, we've lost probably 10 plants out of the 120, so not too bad. The rest of them look pretty good, but those ones that, I think it was all the ones that were flowering, seem to have died off. So I don't know what happened there really, but we'll keep going. We'll try and give everything a really good water now that we're here. Then otherwise this weekend we're going on a big hike, not a big hike, we're going on a bit of a hike to the village nearby. Fruit trees are looking amazing. I'm so happy. Since doing a bit of pruning, things are really starting to come back. We've got apricots for the first time that I've seen on the apricot trees here. So I'm going to really try and look after them, keep spraying the neem oil to keep the shield bugs away. Really great. I love apricots, so that's really exciting. The fig tree next to me, I can see there's not loads, but the ones that are there look quite big. Last year we had lots of really little figs. So it'll be cool if we can get some bigger, proper figs this year. As you leave our property, turning left, you walk down our gravel driveway for a little bit, and then there's a side road, and that's a kind of tractor path which leads all the way along the ridge, ending up in the village of Cantavena. This is one of my favourite hikes. I also love to run this route. It's quite open, so it gets a little hot in the summer, but this time of year it's perfect. At one time this whole area would have been vineyard, so it would have looked really different. In the past 50 or so years the vineyards have disappeared and the forest has grown back in. We pass an old cascina, probably about the same age as ours, but completely dilapidated. The roof's fallen in and there's a tree growing out of the middle of it. Nestled between the clumps of forests, there are fields of hazelnut, which seems to be one of the more popular crops around this part. The top of this peak is one of the highest in the area, and you can see the rice fields all the way to Milan and back to Turin on a clear day. We live in a region that's famous for its wine, like many regions in Italy. And happily there are still many cantinas that are producing. This house on the left is actually for sale. It's been that way for a while, so I'm not sure the story behind it. It's quite a nice house, except for being right on the road. Cantavena is a cosy little village. It's quite lively compared to some of the sleepier hilltop villages around here. Here you can find a great restaurant and also a little deli. At the far end of this piazza there's another cantina producing both wine and beer. This week I'm going to try and lay some irrigation, and it's going to be buried irrigation so you don't see it, all the way along the edge there where the trees are. So I'm going to put this hose underneath where there's been a pipe dug and then attach the irrigation to that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I think it could be worse. Okay, that's where there's like a block. So I think that's probably where the manhole cover is. Problem is, that's going to be annoying. So here's the other end of the hose come through. And now we just have to feed it back towards the pot soap. And then with some luck we'll just be able to hook it up.
Mama, Anna. Mama, what's that?
That's your coat.
Why?
Because it's quite
Actually,
old.
there's an empty one here. I think it's that one that we want.
You see all the dandelions? Look how many there are. There's loads of dandelions. I think that's our fault. Blowing them isn't getting more.
It's a little bit tight in here. So I've connected the pump from the well directly below here, and there's a little computer here. I'm yet to plug that in, so I'll need to do that. And then, annoyingly, this hose is just a few centimetres short. I might just be able to get a little bit more out from that end. So if I can plug that directly to the computer, then we'll be set to go. Should be perfect. This is the irrigation kit that I chose. I kind of only chose it because I used Gardena before for the micro irrigation that I use for the lemons. Because we're not here all the time, I wanted to be able to irrigate the lemons because they need a bit more water than other things. Anyway, this one is a bit thicker because the other one's a micro drip. This one has a bigger hose and it goes 50 metres. And the idea is just to...
Daddy,
Hello.
clamper.
That's a good clamp.
Clamper.
The idea is just to replace kind of what I did here as a test with this thicker one, which I can then bury all the way down, and it can go at the kind of root level Oh, watch out that little plant. It's not too complicated, this actually. There's like a hose attachment, really long 50-metre bit of tubing with lots of holes in, but the holes are done in a special way that the roots can't really get in and the dirt can't get in either, so it allows the drips to keep going. And then there's one of these T connectors, and then you just kind of fold a piece over at the end to block it off. So I'll cut a piece off there that I need to connect at the beginning, and then I'll lay out what I think looks about right, test it, see how it looks, and then bury it. So this is where the hose comes out here. That's the micro drip that I attached just to test for now. So I'll replace that with the new piece. And there's a little splitter which needs to go on the end. So then I can feed one part off this way up to the end of the border, and then the other part will go all the way down. That will be the longer part. That is tough. I'm guessing that will hold quite a good seal in there, but that's really hard to push it on. There we go. I'll bury all of this as well to make it a bit neater, or push it back into the pipe maybe that's coming down from here. First I'll get everything connected over the top and see how it works. So the way you close it off is really simple. You just fold it back on itself and put like a sort of loop around the end. And then yeah, that stops, puts a little kink in the hose, stops the water going through. So I'll do the other side and run some water through it. So the dripping is working. There isn't any leaks at the end, so the stoppers are working too. So that's cool. It's time to move these lemon trees out of the stable and back outside again. We're above freezing now in the evening and at night, so they should be quite happy. Worst one done though.
You got me. Who's on the road?
I've got it.
Ready?
Push it down. Well done, Daddy.
Thank you.
Oh, we've got our
Well
little
done,
branches.
Mama.
There we go.
Well done, Mama. Well done,
That's good.
Mama.
Thank you.
Well done, Daddy.
Well done, Romy.
Watch out, Rom. Stand back for me a second.
Ow!
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, good, great.
Lemons sitting in their new home. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. We'll have lots more coming soon.